episode, and we're back. Why do you always laugh?
Because I know what's coming. Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead.
I need to know.
Oh, you ain't gonna do it? You're not gonna do it this time? Okay.
Another
cool.
episode I need to know with your two favorite uncles. I'm Snacks, and
I'm Art.
Another great friend on the show. If it's your first time tuning into the show, we invite our friends onto the show.
Sure do.
To be the bartenders.
And to ask us questions.
And sometimes we get a little bit overboard.
And I love each time.
But the good thing is you're at home.
Exactly.
That's why you love it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. One of our very, very, very good friends, Miss Jelice.
Yes. Hey. Welcome, Jelice.
Hey.
We love you.
Oh, it's nice to be loved.
We love you. It's probably going to be a little hard to get this top off.
Nah, it's not too hard.
Not too hard?
I got it.
You got it.
I got good hands.
Oh, you do.
And
I don't know that for sure.
pop. All right, there it is. All right.
Shout out to Plush Vodka, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's smooth. You want shots or you want like a double shot?
You know, take that length
You know,
right there.
I'm just gonna sip on it a little bit.
We're just gonna
That
sip,
length
okay.
right there.
So, Jelice, similar to some of our other shows, we bring out our friends and they ask us questions. So you told me off camera that you had your question ready to go.
I do.
So let's get right into that. What is something that Jelice needs to know?
I need to know.
Oh, boy.
Would you marry someone before you have sex with them?
The answer to your question is no.
Okay.
Because, a lot of marriages cost a lot of money. And if we get into this and I got a small one and you don't like it, then how does that work out?
Well, then I have to ask you, does size matter or is it what you do with your size?
You tell me if size matters.
I mean, I never had that problem, so I can't speak for those people, but...
We're making Art nervous and I don't care. This is great.
This conversation has went left quickly.
It's a real question.
No, it is. It's a good question. I think a lot of people don't... They wouldn't say it out loud. Let's just say they wouldn't say it out loud, but they're probably thinking it.
I mean, but at this point, it's 2020. The world could be over soon. You gotta be honest with people.
Would you
marry
I was
going to say, would you?
I'm going to just say no because we have these five senses for a reason, and one of them is sight. I need to see it. And then there's feel. Okay. I need to touch it.
Oh, listen.
Okay.
Hey, listen. Hey, check it out. So, how do y'all figure out the size before you get into it?
You put your booty on it.
Okay.
When y'all laying up on the couch on the bed, you put your booty on it.
I don't know why you thought that was going to be some life-changing answer. That was about it. It was either rub against it or just reach out and grab it.
I'm sorry, Arthur. We didn't give you a chance to answer.
No, I'm saying I don't know what you thought she was going to say. There was only a couple things you could have said there.
I mean,
but
if you're real close, you can just reach out and touch it.
Hey.
Reach out and touch.
That's a song.
Somebody.
It is.
That is a song.
It is.
So
let me ask you this question to kind of bring us back to some sort of sense of
come on, Dad.
reality. I have no idea where we're going, but
this is reality for some
people. It is. So if we're gonna stay on the sex part of it all.
Okay.
So you're saying, before you guys get married, you want to try and be intimate, what have you. If that part of your relationship goes bad later, so let's say you've been married or you've been dating, and that goes bad later, is that something that would then,
but, okay, you said it
have
went
you
bad.
leave?
You said it went bad, so was it great in the beginning and then it just trickled down? Because we can work on it, but if it was just mediocre from the jump and then it went to bad, it's okay. We can go our separate ways.
No, great follow up. I would say because that is so subjective. It's great, it's bad to whatever your standards are.
Okay.
Because what might be bad to Jelice might be great to Snack. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying whatever it was before, you enjoyed it, both of you guys liked it. Now it's not that. So if that part changes, if your intimacy changes, how important is that?
See, but intimacy is different. I don't connect sex with intimacy because for me it goes off of my love language. Intimacy to me is spending time with me, words of affirmation. That is intimate.
That's mine as well.
Sex.
Quality time.
I mean, if it's intimacy is great and the sex is great, we ain't going nowhere.
But if you ain't had that before you got married and then it happened, yo.
We gonna have to talk.
You're stressed.
We gonna have to talk to somebody. But this is why they have sex therapists. They will help you out.
That's true.
And if I married you, we said for better or for worse.
Should there be a lease on your marriage?
A lease?
Like a rent to own.
You can renew every other license, but you can't renew your damn marriage license. Should there be at least?
I mean, but people renew their vows, so is that kind of the same thing?
You married for 5 years, you get a chance to sit down and talk. Hey, do we want to continue to do this? You only get a chance once, though. You only get that one time to renew it.
See, but that's a stipulation. That's not fair. Because you get to renew all kinds of things.
That's what I'm saying, but you don't get a chance to renew your license.
So, but what if
your marriage license?
What if I say, okay, we're in this lease, we do it for 5 years, and that 5 years, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then 6 years later, I'm like, I don't really want to do this. But then we get married again. Do I get to renew? Because it's a new marriage, technically.
So, let me answer your question like this. One, I say no. Two, I would think that you renew your marriage every day. Ooh. Because, especially, let's say in America where the divorce rate is super high, you can leave any day. You can get up and just leave. I mean, so I feel like every day you make the decision to be with that person. Every day y'all get up, y'all do stuff, you come home together, whatever. Whereas like a license, like you said, and that was one of your examples, like you renew your license, but you don't actually have to do that for 5 years, a year, or whatever it is. So like, it's not something that you really think about. And then again, when that time comes, you don't have to do that. But in marriage, every day you wake up, you got to make the decision: am I going to come back home? I mean, that sounds really weird, but it's like every day.
But I was asking in a sense because a lot of people need that.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are stuck in situations they want to get out of, don't know how to get out of. But if you put them in a position
where there's an outlet,
where there's an outlet, then you can. I mean, that's kind of like going to marriage counseling or whatever case is. You can go to marriage counseling first, and then proceed on to the next situation as far as are we doing this or we're not?
Yeah.
And then everybody can go their own separate ways because a lot of. Especially for dudes, we get marriages and then we lose almost everything. Not always the case.
What is y'all losing exactly? I just have to
know. The house, the car, everything.
I mean,
so as you guys can see, this conversation could go on forever. Mm-hmm. But let us know what you think. Should marriages be allowed?
No. Should there be a lease on the marriage? And
should you? I mean, shit, I forgot. Would you have sex?
Would you have sex?
Would you marry someone you haven't had sex with yet?
That's a great question.
Let us know.
That's a